So you're working with one of the Grow Forward portfolio companies.
Yes.
Why don't we talk a little bit about that and tell people what stage we are and where we are and what we're trying to do and who we're doing it with, and let's talk about it and why we're doing it.
Yeah. So really loved kind of getting to know the Grow Forward family of brands. Kind of starting last summer, as you know, we started working together, and you actually introduced me to kind of one of your portfolio companies, Finger Lakes Fish, which is in aquaculture. And at the time, about a year ago, I took note of it, but I didn't fully appreciate aquaculture as seafood being kind of like the last frontier of the grocery store. I mean, every other part of the grocery store, I feel like, has been touched in every way, shape, and form. And I didn't fully appreciate all of the issues that the seafood category is fraught with. So, on the one hand, we've got kind of the gold standard of the wild caught. But overfishing is a huge issue, and there are no regulations in the middle of the ocean. I mean, if we're talking about kind of U.S. regulations, it's very strong, but we don't have U.S. regulations across all the oceans. So with the gold standard of wild caught, there are significant issues, and overfishing is a huge problem. And that's just one of the problems kind of associated with kind of wild caught. And then when you look at salmon, for example, majority of the salmon that comes into the United States is actually imported from ocean net pens. And many people don't kind of fully appreciate that, but several of the ocean net pens, unless you specifically ask and really understand the practices, those ocean net pens can very well be using antibiotics, can be using chemicals, can be just kind of fraught with sea lice and tons of parasites that again kind of require kind of these chemical washes, and that not only is bad for us to consume. I mean, we think we're doing something healthy with fish by eating fish, but not only is it bad for us to consume, but it's really kind of wreaking havoc on the environments. And more people are taking notice. And I didn't fully appreciate that until I kind of dug into this aquaculture industry and looked at how people are approaching it and how they're addressing it, and kind of identified the way Finger Lakes Fish is doing it. That's a team that I want to be part of.